Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that's all I can really say after that Cat Williams Club Shay Shay interview. Like, Cat went in on them folks. He was not playing any games. And you know he had to speak in code considering this was Shannon Sharp's show. And there are a couple times you could tell Shannon Sharp was a little uncomfortable with the fact that he wasn't afraid to call out Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Ricky Smiley, the list goes on, and how people got certain roles. And that's one thing I've always noticed about Cat Williams, which don't get it twisted. He is controlled opposition. Do not get it twisted. But he was definitely dropping some gems and hints at certain things, especially when he was talking about Ludacris. Like, I was like, I never thought about it that way, but he said that Illuminati meeting so freely, which we know why. What up, Lawrence Frazier? Let's see what we got. Yeah, man, Universal Energy. He was cooking for sure. Caleb in the building. What's good? What's good? Yes, when he was talking about Chris Tucker, so Michael Jackson called his man Christmas. I've never heard that before. That's news to me. But I did know that Chris Tucker and Michael Jackson were like best friends. They were close. I know, was it Eddie Griffin? I think he got stories of hanging out with Michael Jackson too. It didn't really sound like, I guess, too crazy, but it makes you wonder. And what really caught me off guard was the fact that out the gate, he was already calling niggas out. He wasn't wasting time. He wasn't letting Shannon do anything, control any type of narrative on there. He jumped on that shit as soon as he could. How can Katt get away with saying it? Because he part of it too. That's why. That's why he get away with saying it. So, I mean, it's not like we ain't seen this man in cheetah print. It's not like we haven't seen him around other big name actors and stuff like that. And if you listen to his backstory, it does make you wonder. Like, don't get me wrong, Katt's a very smart individual. But it was like some of that shit sounded like he was capping. I might have to look more into it, but yeah, he said he was accepted to college at the age of 7. I don't know about all that. And the fact he on Shannon Sharp's show should tell you everything right there too. Exactly. And ironically, he was throwing out people's names too at the same time. Exactly. Like, I don't think it was brought up about I forgot, he won some TV show, some award for some TV show. I think it was like a Netflix special. And that was the one where he had to get on his knees to Tiffany Haddish and apologize to get back in Hollywood's good graces. This was back in, I think, 2018 maybe. And then he did a little Tekashi 6ix9ine thing with the rainbow hair and shit. Like, Katt Williams on there too. Yeah, I caught that. I was like the 201st audition, my boy. Like, interesting. And as far as like not Bernie Mac, but Steve Harvey, I went back and looked for that clip because I vaguely remember the clip he was talking about. Him and Steve had some battle in Detroit, which, don't get it twisted, even though he controlled opposition, some of these niggas still do not like each other. Like, they still not gonna get along or anything like that. So when he said everything he said about Steve, he wasn't lying about that shit. What? The fuck kind of question is that? But yeah, he wasn't lying about that shit, man. Like, everybody knows, like, Steve Harvey is not a good stand-up comedian whatsoever. Like, no one knows a memorable Steve Harvey joke. You can argue there is at least one memorable Cedric the Entertainer joke, but Steve Harvey, hell no. Like, this nigga goes on Family Feud, and that's how we know him. That's it. Shit, I don't know a lot of people besides, like, black people, obviously, who remember his TV show, The Steve Harvey Show. I know growing up, a whole lot of white people knew Katt Williams' jokes, knew his stand-up, and It'd be like the most redneck motherfuckers they would know. Katt Williams. I wouldn't even say he's a good TV show host, man. Like, even when he did the little NFL awards show, that's not for him. Like, Key and Peele do better than him. All right, for sure. Said Chris Tucker's on that list. Yeah, I saw that. I think that was one of the bigger, I guess, black artists or actor names on that list. And he loved to like slide in into like the Epstein Chris Tucker. That's what we know him as now. Like, shit, he put on the dress. I think it was in Fifth Element Chris Tucker put on the dress. So why are we shocked by that? All the people he mentioned put on the dress, to my knowledge, except Steve. I know Cedric did because he was the lunch lady on his little Mad TV type show when he had the Cedric the Entertainer show, which got canceled. He was a lunch lady. I don't know if Steve put on a dress though. Let me see. I'm about to look that up. Let me see. We know Kevin Hart did. Steve Harvey dress. Chris Tucker did. Chris Rock. I do not see one. Who else? There was some other legendary black stand-up comedian I watched. In his opening, he put on the dress. I cannot remember who it was. Robin Harris. That's who it was. Exactly. He said the number one job of someone in Hollywood who done sold their soul is to act like it didn't happen. Is he wrong? Think about when all the questions get asked to rappers, to actors. What do they like to do? They like to deflect. Some of them like to play along with it. Others like to deflect and talk about, I don't know what you're talking about. Like Desi Banks and Waka Flocka's podcast, We Playing Spades, and Jay Farrell was on there. Diddy got brought up. When Diddy got brought up, DJ Who Kid and Waka Flocka started laughing hard as hell. Desi too, and then he act like, I don't know what you talking about. Like, you know exactly why. You're not fooling anybody. I think there's going to be a lot of sports players included too. Yeah. I feel like most of them might come from like the New England Patriots. Like those Super Bowl winning Patriots teams. They really don't. That's the thing is like if you're already aware of it, you can go on their Instagram and you can see the type of time they on, or if you just pay attention during these sports games when they do certain signs and all this shit, you see it. But as far as to the mainstream, oh no. It's just scratched the surface to the point where we're at the point where we're aware that it's rigged, scripted, or whatever, but it never seems to exceed past that. That's what the average person is with it. So you heard theories of the NFL going under. They're combining 2 leagues this year. Well, they absorbed the XFL. Which I mean is The Rock. Like, what do we see what they doing with it? But I say the one that's really in trouble is the NBA. Which the NBA obviously got killed on Christmas when they had to compete with the NFL. So you're going to see even more of this shit. You might see more NBA stories in the future just so they can push their product. Because think about this, when LeBron James finally retires, since they've been shoving this motherfucker in everybody's face, how is they going to promote other players? Like, you see what they had to do with Ja Morant. And it's fucked up they had to go that route, but instead of saying, hey, we could just show more Memphis' basketball games since he's back, now let's make up all this shit about, the guns and being on IG Live and all this shit, like, just to paint an image. And a negative one at that. Yes, the NBA didn't have a chance. Like, you watered it down with the play-in tournament. You've watered it down with this stupid in-season tournament that everybody knew the Lakers were going to win, so we give LeBron James some more participation award to make him look like he's the shit. And even the NFL putting in, I would say the first 2 games are like C grade anticipation. Like I'm not going out my way to really check out the Raiders and Chiefs. I could give a fuck. Or the Eagles and the Giants. I don't give a damn. But especially when you factor in they lost to those games, you follow that up with the Ravens and the 49ers, who are the best teams in their conferences on Christmas Day. You think the NBA has a single fucking chance with, who was it, Dallas and Phoenix? Nobody give a damn about that. Or Philly and Miami against, come on, bro. What's good, Doe Eyes TV? The NFL way bigger than the NBA. Hell yeah. Yeah, Adam Silver and LeBron played a big role in ruining that shit. Like, the NFL is fine without Brady being the face. Whose names I think they won't release. Shit, it'd probably be more likely any active athletes. They probably wouldn't release their names. Any like active big names. Well, I think about what Roger said about Jimmy. What did he say? And which Jimmy? Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Johnson, which Jimmy? I wouldn't be surprised if he paid some motherfuckers to make sure that shit wasn't. Lakers have been losing in style ever since that tournament, bro. They've been getting their ass beat. Like, we knew this was gonna happen. Like, we really thought they was gonna keep going and keep a hot streak going. No, watch, they gonna magically get good again just so they can make it into the play-in and magically end up in the playoffs. So my thought on Michigan and Washington, I was really surprised that they actually had Michigan and Washington, more so Washington than anything, because when I saw the beginning of the Rose Bowl, I was like, shit. They got Michigan playing the national anthem. That's not a little biased already. The amount of attention they were giving to Jim Harbaugh and the whole sign stealing allegations and all that, I was like, yeah. They definitely paint this as a Michigan win. They're talking about how 60% of the crowd was Michigan. Yeah. Well, yeah, this shit over with. And Washington and Texas, my only complaint about that game was, goddamn, that game was so fucking long. Like, it was like 1 a.m. Like, how is this game still fucking on? But I hope they actually give us a close game. Don't give us no blowout. No, give us some close, down to the wire, like Auburn, Florida State type shit. I'm not surprised by that. Jimmy Kimmel, and he did the blackface. I think he was one of them that got caught up in some Me Too shit. So I'm not really surprised by that. That wasn't a tush push. That was just a dumb call. Like, why are we running up the middle? 4th and goal, 5 yards out. What are we doing? And it was a low snap too, so that said everything. Yep, exactly. And it's funny, the same weekend, or actually the very next day. Yeah. After the Ravens clinched the AFC North, John Harbaugh's the coach. His brother just so happens to go to the national championship the very next day. Yeah, color purple. Yeah, Washington with the color purple. I was telling Dell the other day, hopefully that's a sign that the Ravens might end up in the Super Bowl as well to keep that purple theme going. We'll see. And it's funny, I think Michael Penix is from Florida too. I know we gave a shout out to Tampa, Florida. Michael Penix. Yeah, Tampa, Florida. They got the duality with the M and the W in the national championship. Yeah, they do. So also the movie Color Purple released this year. I think it was last year actually. I heard it didn't do too hot either. Like I'm not watching that shit. It was divisive towards black people. They gotta paint the black dude bad. Most division, all this shit. Yeah, and it's a musical. I ain't with that shit. I hate remakes. I hate musicals. I think that's what they do with Mean Girls, turning that shit into a musical and a remake. I hate all that shit. You don't know if the Niners actually win the Super Bowl or make it there. They remind you of last season's Bills. I don't think the Bills were necessarily this stacked. I just don't remember that. Yeah, you did call that. But I don't remember the Bills being this stacked. And really last year was their best option to go, or best chance, because they could easily rode that DeMar Hamlin thing, but people caught on to it too quick. Yeah, when they gotta start paying Brock Purdy and all them pieces, it's a problem. He gonna get exposed for real. I mean, he's already been exposed if you pay attention. But when he don't have all them Ferraris and shit around him, just wait. Just wait. Said they should do a Lean On Me remake instead of Color Purple. We don't need no more remakes. I get so sick and tired of that shit. That's my only thing about that. It's a little too obvious, but you know how they like to connect shit. No. I think one wins and one loses. Bro, they division ass. Like New Orleans, Tampa, it's crazy. They're all like one game hovering around each other. I get it. You want to build that anticipation like they do with the AFC South. Jacksonville was 8-3. And then look what happened. They all battling for the division last weekend. Magically. So they played college ball at Texas State, I assume. I don't know if it's Texas Southern or Texas State. I said with a guy by the name of Trey Walker, I repeated him. He was the first to tell you sports just entertainment. He could pass a couple months, and he would pass a couple months later. Did he tell other people besides you too? Like, and what did he? I'm curious. What did he die of? Or was it cause of death? Say San Fran, yeah. Yeah, that's because they ain't got no more ideas. There's no real originality. Everything they want to rewrite and put those agendas on them, and that's why we get all these remakes that are trash. Superhero movies are a little bit different. You need to update it. You know, you got kids and shit. They might not have remembered the 2003 Hulk. It was a good movie, but they might not remember. So it's like, shit, we got to remake it and rebrand it and do all this other shit. So that's another reason why I have a lot of remakes. Like, the original Fast and the Furious came out in like 1930 something. And we were on Fast 10 of a whole remake. Yeah, man, they trying to cover their ass. It's funny, that same day the Lions lost, the Pistons won. And then then 2 days later, Michigan won. But I think the Bears will keep, if they know what's good for them. The way they've been talking, they act like this is a foregone conclusion. This man gone. If they get Caleb Williams, it's going to be back to square one. He died in a motorcycle accident in Miami. He told another teammate, got you. He was drafted at pick 136. I don't think so. I think they'll make it to the AFC Championship game if they do get eliminated. Like, I think it's going to come down to Buffalo and Baltimore. I got a strong feeling they want to get a Browns and Ravens matchup because you think about it, Baltimore would host it. Joe Flacco returns to Baltimore where he was replaced by Lamar Jackson. You know how they can milk that story. It's like the Jared Goff, Matt Stafford, he would come back to Detroit to play. But we'll see. We gotta wait till the seating and shit gets sorted out. But the house on the Browns, yeah, I agree with you on that. As Derek would say, this is not financial advice. That is wild, though. They had Joe Flacco of all the quarterbacks they could have used to come back. That's the one they chose. I'm not mad at it. It's like, I'll never fully hate Joe Flacco because Ravens did win a Super Bowl with him a quarterback. But, nigga, Joe Flacco, that's like if Josh McCown had came back. One of them times he was a backup on one of them 13, 14, I don't know how many teams he was on, but he was on a shit ton. He came back and did something like that. She was in Ravens game because of same rep. Yeah, I saw it. I don't even care about that game. Like, Lamar not playing, we don't have anything to lose. If we lose, so be it. Like, sure, we got swept by the Steelers, but who cares? Like, it plays. Got the one locked up. I'm not even worried about it. I mean, you saw he got a big ass contract after he won the Super Bowl. Nigga said, not Josh McCown. So I see them being one and done. Depends on who they play. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, they made it. They made the games, both games, close. But one of them was a little bit too long. I'll let the Alabama-Michigan thing slide because it went to overtime. And they actually started at a reasonable time. What, 5:30 p.m. Eastern? That's reasonable. But goddamn it, that Texas-Washington game was way too long. Yeah, he does. Yeah, I'm ready just to get to the playoffs, man, for real. So I was gonna do a whole video on all the college football bowl games and shit. I'm probably gonna do that one tomorrow. Cause there is so much stuff with them bowl games now, especially when you see teams get whole home games and shit for bowl games, which sure has been happening, but goddamn. There was a good amount. It's like, okay, Memphis literally playing in the Liberty Bowl in their home stadium. Who else? I think Southern Alabama, they played at home, beat the shit out of Eastern Michigan. I'm just like, come on. I get it, reduce on travel, gets more fans and shit, but mix that shit up a little bit. Yeah, it did. It flew by. So you think both of them gonna win it all? I don't think Lamar gonna win it, man. Especially if that man gets MVP, I don't think he gonna win it. It's rare to happen. It got to be like a golden boy, like I said, Patrick Mahomes, somebody like that status. Lamar Jackson, much hell as he catches, hell no. He might have a shit ton. When it's all said and done, he gonna have like a shit ton of individual awards, MVPs, passing leader in touchdowns in the season, this, that, and the third, rushing yards for a quarterback in the season. Probably no rings to show for it, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly. Raven ain't no native team. Which one's worse, college players or NFL players getting 60 on? Nigga, NFL. If you getting 59 hung on you, 70. That's a problem. Like college, that's a little bit more normal. Like Oregon, who was that? Oregon dropped 81 on, what was it like? I don't know if it's Eastern Washington. It was some sorry ass team. They hung 81 on us. that's normal. That by default they're gonna be outclassed, regardless if it's rigged or scripted. They not gonna be on the same level. So college is more common. Yeah, I don't see him switching either, man. It'd be nice if the Ravens, I don't know if they change their team name to some native shit, which this day and age I doubt it, but it'd be cool. Keep Lamar, switch to some native shit. Hopefully he can win. But yeah, that ain't gonna happen. He might go like Cam Newton for real. Because you know his body language is so bad when he knows he gotta lose. Especially in like the Super Bowl when it's somebody you can tell that's like a competitive individual like him. It's gonna show. So they using that road narrative for the Cowboys in the playoffs. Yeah, they screwed. They are screwed. They always gonna be screwed. Yeah, that's a team to watch out for. The Rams and the Buccaneers. If the Buccaneers don't fumble it away. Excuse me. Has lost to Gematria having to do with the state of Washington. If they win that game, they ain't doing nothing else. Oh my God, I can't stand Jalen Hurts, bro. Like, and not necessarily him as a quarterback or nothing. It's just every single press conference is the same thing when they lose, bro. It's like no emotion. It's always we didn't execute. We got to execute better. What's the other one? They not committed enough. It's always commitment, execution. He got 3 buzzwords he always say in every press conference when they lose. College football do the players too. Of course, you know the ones that got the NIL deals. You see them doing all these different hand signs and shit. They working their way up. Allegedly. I got to put allegedly on all this. Coaches, yes. Look at their handshakes after the game. Pay attention to the type of grips they give. You think about it, Deion Sanders, he in commercials, he a coach. Nick Saban, he in commercials, he a coach. They out here with goddamn goats and shit. What you think? His brother was your college quarterback. Wait, who? Oh, Jalen Hurts. Okay. Yeah, Jalen the Q-Dog. They got pictures and shit. Just like Steve, Ricky Smiley, which Katt, bringing it back to Katt Williams. He mentioned that shit about someone said that's why they say there's rituals and stuff, because Smiley ended up on, Shannon Sharp's show after his son died. Go figure. Yeah, about writing Patrick out. That way we ain't got to see Taylor Swift. How they body language changed after 40. Yeah, AJ Brown, he don't want to talk to the media. Everybody frustrated on the sideline. Coaches started doing dumb shit. Which, I mean, they've been getting away with dumb shit because the refs been saving their ass. But it's not happening anymore. Because they haven't won one in a decade. Yeah, last win was against the Cowboys. If I remember correctly. Yes. He made it to the Super Bowl against his brother. Yes. All right, man. Bryce Young. I've said this before numerous times about Bryce Young. He is in a shit situation. Not every quarterback gonna land in a good situation. Justin Fields landed in a shit situation. Zach Wilson landed in a shit situation. Sam Darnold landed in everywhere he's been before he got to San Francisco. He's been in a shit situation. It's all about where you go. Say Lamar Jackson went to a different team besides the Ravens, who didn't utilize his skills well, didn't build around, do all this other shit they doing now. We'd be talking about him like, oh, just another Heisman Trophy that bust. Or he could have been so good if this. So it's about situations you land in. It's not so much Bryce Young is bad. He's not. He's shown like in games he can go through progressions and make some good throws as things he has to work on. He's just gonna come in being perfect. But no, he's in probably the worst position I've seen a quarterback since Zach Wilson coming into the league, and that includes Justin Fields. As if it's even possible to be in a worse situation than him. That white dude they want to make the MVP that's not a running back. I'll let you figure out who that is. How they fix college games is every player in on it. The thing about college is that's part of why NIL deals are brought about. And number 2, scoring plays. Whenever you see, literally when I say scoring plays, I mean when they score and shit. You see shit like that. You see motherfuckers running backwards after they get the ball. They got all this green grass, but for some reason they decide to run backwards to cut back up, but end up making no extra yardage after the catch. Shit like that, or coaches making bad plays. Case in point, Alabama, low snap. 4th and goal, why the fuck are we running up the middle? Why did 2 Michigan defenders come in unblocked? What are we doing? But the ones that come in thinking it's real, they quickly learn, yo, if you want to make it to the next level, you got to follow along. Get with the program, you know what I'm saying? That's wild. Yeah, and the Giants almost lost to them too. That's the crazy part. Actually, every team in that division struggled against the Cardinals, ironically. They all know what's going on. I'm going to word it like that. The ones that get pushed as stars, they doing a little bit, I'm going to say a little bit extra behind the scenes, if you catch what I'm saying. Just to lose again. I mean, shit. They got Josh Allen, who's on the Madden cover. They got the Von Miller allegations. What they hated on McDermott for the 911 stuff he said. Yeah, I can see him getting there, but that's about it. They don't need him to win, to push the new stadium. Look what the Falcons did. They got a new stadium. They blew that lead 28-3. They didn't win. They didn't need him to. They just need him to build up enough hype. So it's like, can they at least get back? Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field. Went to the Super Bowl, lost to the Patriots. Anticipation, can they get back? Vito, oh my God. I feel like the Giants always hurt. Some of them bowl games wild too, man. Like Pop-Tarts Bowl, that was a bad one. The Arizona-Oklahoma game, niggas had 6 turnovers, bro. 6. Those players that come from elite bloodlines, average everyday high school players would never sign an NIL. When you see like millions upon millions, yeah, somebody knew somebody. I'm put it like that. And I disagree that average everyday high school players would never sign an NIL. If they got the opportunity, they sure as hell would. And not everyone's NIL deal is the same. Some of it could be for like little shit. Like, not everyone getting a Mercedes commercial. And some of them that do, if they get Mercedes, it's on the local level. You don't see that shit on like the big game. Like, think what, Hendon Hooker, he had like a Mercedes-Benz commercial. It wasn't on national TV. It was like maybe on some local shit. And I had to go on YouTube to find the shit. So it's all different. It could be a local cookie bakery. So it comes at different levels. Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz. He has a slightly better offensive line. An owner that is actually willing to let him at least get Tank Dell. David Tepper wouldn't let, say CJ Stroud went there. David Tepper ain't gonna let that shit happen. That nigga's a control freak. Much better coaching stability. D'Amico Ryans, we're not firing coaches. Back-to-back years mid-season. And the reason we really didn't even know who these receivers were last year is because who's throwing the ball? Davis Mills. That's not a reason to pay attention to the Texans. He should have been gone. Talking about the beginning of the game against Bama. Shit, that's dirty too. Yeah, that's Sean Payton for you. Yeah. Yeah, that's another bad situation. You would think it would be a better situation with new ownership, them trying to get a new stadium soon. But yeah, they still seems like the same old Commanders. I mean, of course, he has to carry things out. I'm not saying all these players are equally talented. Don't get it twisted. But the face of the team, that's a company man. And if you want to speak out and do some shit, allegations, easy. See what they did to Deshaun Watson. They made all that shit up. They ain't proved none of that shit, but everybody hate him now. And I mean, think about it, that's part of our preseason's for too, to see like, all right, we want a certain thing carried out. Can you execute this properly? And if you can't do the most basic shit, how the hell we gonna expect you to do this in the game? That's like, think about this: Lamar Jackson, competitive as he can be, will still throw a football game. Because if he didn't, guess what he wouldn't be doing? He wouldn't be a starting quarterback. He sure as shit wouldn't be winning MVPs. Even if he's talented as all fucking hell. We'll see, man. We'll see about that. So Katt went crazy. Hell yeah, he did, man. I don't even know a whole lot of. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot of Katt Williams interviews where he went that far into it. I know there was the one for I forgot what movie it was, but he had one where he went in on talking about the Illuminati, but he didn't go. He didn't get 2 hours and 40 minutes worth in. He said he'll throw 6 picks for a couple million bad narratives. It came an issue when this nigga wanted to be vocal and go against owners. He was like, we got to put you in your place. You're not finna make a whole change. Shit, that's what I don't like about Lamar is he ain't got an NFL agent. So they don't have a whole goddamn thumb on his ass. Pause. Shit, if you pay me $1 million, I'd do it. Shit. It's when they say, all right, man, you got to get concussion. I'm like, oh, no. Fuck all that. I don't care if you are paying for my medical bills. Fuck that. But if you just want me to fumble and throw a pick, hell yeah, I do that shit. Yeah, they started doing that. Well, I mean, that's okay for one. That's been a thing. The little green dot on the helmet, that's nothing new. They got on defense and on offense. So a quarterback and the linebacker or whoever the captain of the defense or offense is. Quarterback definitely gets one. In a couple of the bowl games, they were trying that out too. It was like certain players would get the headsets. In the NFL, they supposedly cut off communications, the last 15 seconds of the play clock. College, they were saying you could do this shit during the entire play. So like the offensive coordinator or whoever, quarterback's coach could talk to the quarterback the entire play and tell him everything to do. Like if there's a dude coming on his blind side, OC, your quarterback's coach would be like, hey, blind side, whatever like this, duck or do whatever you need to do. Likewise on defense. And that wouldn't make sense for them to even take that contract. The Katt, Chappelle, Jim Carrey all have to act crazy to speak truth. I'm going to say this. They get painted as crazy. That's what they paint them as crazy. Not so much like Chappelle ain't acting crazy. Katt Williams ain't acting crazy. They just Labeled him crazy. Same shit they do to Kanye. Their highest pay at. Players already know how the script go before the season starts. How they gonna tell them the script and they know it already. Yeah, that's why they can be bold and say, we're gonna win the Super Bowl by this score, and and go into like detail, odd specific detail. And you know what his body language like when he got to sell a game too. It's been a minute because they've been on this hot streak. But you know what his body language like when they showed Lamar. And he looked pissed the fuck off. Yeah, I know that's... Yeah, I'm like, I don't know about that. Supposedly 10, 15 seconds. We'll have to see. I don't know why they would take him back. I know he's out of Kansas City, that's for sure, but why would you take him back? Michigan was on the 38-yard line, and McCarthy passed a short pass to the receiver, and he ran for 38 yards. Corman with 83. I mean, you can pick these dudes, and what's that? Prize picks. I think that's the one you can do the individual for college that they won't let you necessarily do on like a FanDuel when you pick like prop bets and shit. They'll draft defense first round. We'll have to see, man. We don't even know if he actually gonna be the head coach or not, so we'll have to see. It'd be cool if he was, but let it play out. Yeah. I think it's worse in a playoff game too. Cause he know his season over with, and it's like, fuck. I don't get to go out here and run around and break niggas' ankles and shit. Mahomes, he's starting to turn into Brady where he just crying and stuff and pouting to the coaches. And I mean, if I pass the ball that much and my receiver keeps dropping the ball, I'd be frustrated too. But if I'm getting paid, $500 million on 10 years or however it's restructured, I ain't gonna lose too much sleep about it. I pay close attention when Katt said in Shannon's interview, he almost said sports was scripted when Katt said it looks different on paper to in your face. Yeah. This man, Shannon wasn't really ready for that shit. Compared to his other guests, this one gonna get a whole lot of attention. But Shannon, it's not a good meshing of two people to interview one another. But yeah, he's a crybaby anyway, so yeah, super entitled because you've been selected, golden boy type shit, called the GOAT and all this stuff. So that's what's gonna happen. What percentage do I think are intentional? Shit, I say 95. And if for some reason they ain't catching, you magically saw a flag and then they called the next play, they could have made up for it. Yeah, because they ain't used to having to do that in the game, except in preseason. So the Harbaugh really comes to Chargers, they might start getting better scripts. Yeah, playoffs, but they're still the Chargers. They're going to do what they did against the Jags. Man, there's been a good amount of people that said Brady was a mentor. They said Shadur Sanders. He said one of his mentors is Brady. J.J. McCarthy, of course, they both played at Michigan. I think Lamar Jackson, I think is one of them too. It's kind of like the Kobe shit. How like all these Giannis, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving, all these different people, they say Kobe was one of their mentors. Russell Westbrook, James Harden. That don't necessarily mean they gonna portray him as the next Tom Brady. Shit, I'm sure Brady mentored Garoppolo at one point before they had a little rift. But guess what? They sure as shit didn't make Garoppolo Tom Brady. Carlos said 49ers win it all. All right, before I get up out of here, who you got, Bronze? I'm curious. Who you got winning it then if it ain't the Niners? Because I know you not one of the people that's going to say the Cowboys or some shit like that. Unless they really, really want to push Josh Allen that much. Really, really want to push him. You say Buffalo and San Francisco. I really don't see the Bills winning that game. Can I see them making it there? Yeah, but I don't see them winning. This man said Detroit. No. Hell no. They already won their Super Bowl. They got their division. That was their Super Bowl. That's their feel-good story. They get a home playoff game. Shit, I wish. What was that? It was, what did it say? Like, something woke on there. Go back and look it up. Yeah, it is a compass. Said folk woke. Or woke folk. Yeah, and the last time Lamar lost was where he was a starter. It was against Buffalo. So Dallas. I just want to see Dallas lose. I ain't say that they pushed the Eagles. They definitely not gonna push the Eagles. Fuck no. Dolphins, I don't see it either. They already gave them all the hard knock stuff. I say if the Eagles win that division magically, that's one of the upsets for sure. He said they truly hate y'all. All right, man, it's been fun chopping it up. You know what is this, Wednesday? Yeah, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. You already know, NFL pregame pick'em, 9:45 p.m. Usual stuff. So stay tuned for that. Ring that bell. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm dropping the Discord next week, so look out for the link for that too. It'll be in the community section. We out.